everybody, Hobo4Craft, aka Mr. Hobo here, and we are going to have Phoenix Remind spawning as the blue night elf on the bottom of Secret Valley versus Webemex.Sonik as the yellow night elf on the top of Secret Valley. Luckily, these two players are pretty contrasting colors, or different colors, I guess. Otherwise, it's hard to kind of keep track of things sometimes. But let me first say I apologize for not having game sound. Um, every time I try to record with Fraps, Warcraft actually crashes. So I figure better than nothing is recording with Xfire where I can't get the game sound, I can only get my microphone. And Phoenix Remind right off the bat is actually pulling the creeps with this Wisp, and they will be attacking this Ancient of War. Bringing this Wisp also is Sonic to maybe get the aggro off the creeps there. Will that go down? We will see later, but Sonic is going for that Demon Hunter. I think he was supply blocked for a little bit, maybe. And we are going Priestess of the Moon for Remind. So sending that fast Wisp not only allowed him to scout, where going Priestess of the Moon is a little bit more risky and you need to know what your opponent is doing, it also allowed him, when he saw the Ancient of War here, to go ahead and try to pull the creep, and it is still getting hit down. And where normally you would not need to bring a Wisp to repair, it looks like that is going to be the case. So that is going to be a little bit of a loss for Sonic here. And yeah, he definitely needs to go eat a tree right away. Getting a second Ancient of War as well. This could be oh, no, this is Remind's Ancient of War. Okay, this makes much more sense. I was like, I guess he's going for a lot of archers. But in the meantime, that is going to slow down his Hunter's Heart. There it is. He's going to get a little bit delayed Huntresses, but that's going to be fine. He is going to do a lot of harassment with this. And in the meantime, because he made that investment, Sonic will not be able to creep like he wanted to. So Remind already being very annoying. He did go for that True Shot Aura. We did get one mana burn going off. He is going to keep chase, so that is going to just get completely drained on mana, this Priestess of the Moon here. And that's going to be annoying. Obviously, he doesn't need the mana, but it does deal damage every time he gets hit with that mana burn. So while that's going on, we see that Remind is eating and waddling in the base of Sonic. Just going to root right here. He's going to be able to take a lot more hits, and he is going to be able to give hits as well, going straight for this Moonwall. So very smart. And whereas Sonic was going for more of a tech-heavy build where he could kind of rush to tier 2 with just very low units, very low tier units such as the archers, and relying on his Demon Hunter to just be a tank and harass, it looks like this has kind of been flipped on him, and Remind is really taking advantage of the situation. And because of this odd situation, instead of massing Huntresses like you might normally see, Remind is going for a tech himself. So just very smart play all around. Sonic is just looking to be just quite annoyed at this point. Just draining out as much time as he can while rooted, and now he's going to go ahead and go back to eat a tree and probably root right up again. We did get dust from the shop for Phoenix. Remind and Boots of Speed is now out for Sonic, so that's really going to be quite an annoying Demon Hunter. We do need Boots for Priestess of the Moon if she wants to be able to get away without a lot of damage. And Sonic is now finally throwing up his arms. He's had it. He's bringing in the big guy. He's going to be starting tree smacking war. And we still have some Huntresses being pumped out. What I'm interested to see is how he's going to transition. My guess is probably Dryads and or Bears for a Remind here. And this will definitely be a good way to tech against Sonic, who is kind of just been really distracted, and oh, he almost lost one of his archers to 2 smacks of this Ancient War. So very deadly. You have to be just extremely cautious when you're around this beast, and we might actually see this Moonwell fall, which actually is really a big deal. You lose a lot of your Moonwell healing powers, and you also lose a lot of precise building time and just resources that when you have builds that are so calculated with players of this high caliber, um, it just really throws everything off. Something so small. Oh, and it looks like the archer just got out of the range of that huge paw of the tree. I guess root or branch. It'd be more of a branch. Trees don't really have paws. Um, but it looks like it finally will go down. And that is definitely a relief for Sonic. And hopefully for him, he'll start to tech pretty soon here. Just been relying on archers. A little bit risky when your opponent is going for those huntresses. And he still is pumping a couple out. So I think he has about 4 on the field now with this last huntress. And throwing down 2 Ancient of Lores. So, I mean, we could see Druids of the Talon. No, excuse me. Dryads or Bears. So that would just be a great transition at this point. And just 1 Ancient of Lore going down for Sonic. I think he had spent a lot of his resources and time into just repairing his Moonwell and etc. So I think he's going to be a little bit behind on his build. I think he might throw down another lore later, or maybe he invested in too many archers. Either way, Remind very successful in his opening harass, which lasted about 5 minutes. And Remind is now going to gain the creeping edge. He still has not crept over here, so Sonic has really just not been able to do what he wants. And when you can kind of get a mind game going like this, it is really just going to mess with the player. And yeah, it looks like we are getting that second Ancient of Lore. And an Ancient of Wonders now out for Sonic and for Remind as well. Using Dark Ranger interestingly enough, and that is going to be great for creeping. But as far as battle goes, it's going to be a little bit hairy. We could see detonation like we are going to get right there. And he does get all 4 of those skeletons. That's actually pretty huge. We can see the experience on this Demon Hunter compared to the Priestess of the Moon just from those skeletons. And even though the Priestess of the Moon has been creeping longer, I think we might get a level 2. Yeah, so we can see those skeletons really make a difference. Worth just about a whole one of these camps. Very nice play right there. And actually a Priestess of the Moon for Sonic, so he should be going Dryads. Yeah, it looks like that is what he's doing. And we are actually getting Dryads for Remind as well. So I think his Priestess of the Moon, since it obviously has been out longer, will be leveling faster. I think he might be at a slight advantage at this point, though the second hero, Priestess of the Moon, or Dark Ranger, excuse me, is a little bit of an odd choice in my opinion. There might be some method to the mayhem or reasoning behind this madness, but I really can't think of one other than she really is great for creeping, but you need to watch out for these wisps. Might detonate. No, it's going to miss. The skeletons did get one and did get scouting information. He definitely knows that his opponent just came from this creep, and he did see level 2 on both of his opponent's heroes. So not a bad scout. And Sonic just microing around, getting all these creeps. And with these Dryads, you can obviously get this Red Drake, which gives a good bit of his experience. And if you're lucky, a very nice item as well. Looking back at each other's bases, Ancient of Wonders up so they both can get Staff and Orb of Venom if they choose to do so. Looking at items, we do have a Pendant of Energy. That's not the greatest item. I might even sell that on the Demon Hunter, but a Circlet of Nobility, not bad. Ooh, Line of Stormwind. Line Horn of Stormwind, excuse me. Very nice for armor, obviously. And we do have that Potion of Healing on the Demon Hunter, so it's going to be pretty beastly, but we might see an engagement in the middle here. Both players trying to get into position. This is going to be around these hills, and it looks like Remind will get a little bit of a hill advantage here, and he's at the shop. So Sonic in very bad position. It looks like 1 Dryad and 1 Huntress will go down for each, and we're going to see a Staff of Teleportation used by Remind. It looks like he did pick up another Dryad, but lost a Huntress himself. So a pretty even engagement, except Sonic did force a TP from Remind. He is behind an expansion, but he is up on units at this point, I do believe, because Remind has had to invest in all 3 of these buildings. And now, well, these 2 buildings, because this was just walked over. But Sonic is not looking too bad. However, if he doesn't end it soon, these archers are just going to become possibly more and more useless if the Huntress count really just skyrockets, because archers against Huntresses is just so difficult. You have to get a beautiful arc that you can shoot from, as well as just microing and getting great positioning. So in the long run, I think archers can do a lot of damage, and it looks like we will get one of these droids picked off. There goes an archer. No, there was a scroll of healing used. There it finally goes. Another one of these huntresses, and there goes another. Now we see that the Dark Ranger is getting focus fire down, and the slow poison is just doing wonders at this point. There goes a Dryad, one very close to death as well. In comes the Ancient of Wonders, doing wonders itself. And Sonic is going to be waiting till the last second to use this potion of healing. Draw as much use as possible out from it. There goes another Dryad. Really remind it needs to save as many units as he can at this point. Sounds pretty simple, but it's going to be a hard task. Again, Sonic, there goes one Dryad, but a couple of scrolls of healing have just been doing wonders for Sonic. And he's going to lose a couple of archers, but with the trade of all Dryads and Huntresses from his opponent, so it is just looking so good for him at this point. And he really just hit a great timing where Remind had just expanded, hadn't been able to reap any benefits from it, and now he is able to overwhelm him with his higher unit count and possibly better hero composition and pure unit composition as well. I think the Archer's DPS really did make a huge difference. Not enough Huntresses to counter them. But Remind is a little bit back in his base, and what can you say? That's what he has to do. But his Priestess of the Moon is taking a lot more hits than it should, and it looks like he's just trying to focus down a couple of Dryads and the Demon Hunter as well. If he can get this killed, that would be huge, but I don't know if that would be possible. There goes a dust right before, and oh, and it looks like the Priestess of the Moon goes down. I don't see how Remind could possibly win at this point. He's just going to hide in his base and hide behind the trees. Hopefully that will delay Sonic. Maybe he can pull out a miracle. I don't know, but I highly doubt it. There goes one Moonwell more. And Remind is just scurrying around. I really don't think he can pull back into this game, and he does call the GG. So that was a very interesting game, actually. Very micro-intensive, but yeah, Sonic, when he hit that timing, just a very smart time to go right when he threw up that expansion. I don't think Remind really stood a chance at that point. Very interesting opening, though, so that was very fun to watch. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about the sound again. Yeah, Hobo4Craft signing out.